So I'm just going to kind of point out some of the major things here with the home that Tom Selby went over with me during the inspection. Video might be hard to kind of show here, but there is a grout line here where there's some separation happening. A little bit of lifting there along the edge of those tiles. It's exactly along this grout line here. In discussing it with Tom, he says that it looks like it extends all the way back and continues along this wall here, because he did see a little bit of separation there on the grout as well. And so there's a possibility that there was, because it's roughly halfway between the north and south side of the home, so there is a possibility that there was two slabs poured when they built this house back in 1975, and because you really don't see any other separation going on anywhere else in the house except for just right at that line. So obviously the easiest solution is to remove that grout along that grout line and re-pour it, and but it's possible that it may be worth having an structural engineer come in and check out for you. Here in the Arizona room, as you can see, you got about 1.5 feet, 2 feet of slump block along the base of the Arizona room, but there appears to be some moisture that has come through. Now whether that's from something that they had stored in here or if it's moisture that came through the wall, kind of tough to say. I don't see a lot of moisture on the blocks themselves. But one thing that Tom pointed out was these pavers back here on this kind of makeshift patio area. They, instead of sloping away from the house the way they should, they're kind of actually sloping back towards the house. So he did recommend having those pulled up, dirt removed, and then put back down where it actually have sloping away from the house. So that's something that could be done. So probably the biggest issue that he found were, you can see you've got the slump block, and then right along there is where the foundation begins, and there is some cracking happening along there, and then from this point all the way around the north side of the home there is a separation crack, but it's where the slump block meets the foundation, which he said is actually not that big of an issue. That's pretty common. Those cracks can be filled and repainted. So through this entire north side of the home, that is what is happening. And so that little bit of cracking is actually where the blocks sit on top of the foundation. As you get around over to the south side of the home, I'll take you around and show you. And so then you start to see a few little areas like that where the foundation is cracking a bit. His recommendation for these things is to inject an epoxy back inside. He said it's kind of like a liquid substance that can actually get back up inside those cracks, fill them in, seal them off, and that will definitely extend the life of this concrete. Here in the front, the face of the concrete is getting to where it's starting to deteriorate a little bit, and I actually have this issue going on at my house. My house was built in 1985. Tom says his house, built in 1994, has the same issue. He says this needs to be patched with a type of, mortar solution, and then it can be repainted. And so that needs to pretty much be done all the way along this side of the house. It looks like that hasn't been done in a while. And then you do have a little bit of separation between the bricks and the wood siding, but that's common. The caulking that used to be in there is dried up, so it needs to be recalked and painted. So those were the major things that he pointed out that I just wanted to get a video clip of and send you guys. Alright, we'll talk to you later.